Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic, farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, first I want to thank Sharon Jones, one of my subscribers, for this story. I actually came across the same story too. Well, this officer, NYPD officer, is in a prison in the inner city, and he don't want to be there. He don't want to be there, y'all. Probably the same prison he done put countless Black people in. He don't want to be there. It's an inner city prison. Oh my goodness, yeah. So it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? Let him sit and rot. This is the New York Post, April 12th, 2021. Capitol insurrectionists. An NYPD officer, so he's now a former officer since he's been sitting in there, stunned he's being held with inner city criminals. You're stunned on that? That's all y'all try to put in jail. Why would you be stunned about the people that you have jailed all this time? You didn't think they would still be there? They are. You don't like being around them. Just imagine how many innocent ones in there, and they don't want to be there either, and you don't give a shit. So, a former NYPD cop who was arrested for allegedly beating an officer. Now, he was the one that beat Sicknick with a pole, and he also attempted to gouge his eyes out, y'all. That's what this monster did. No, I don't believe you should be on the streets, period. He should not be on the streets. He proved right in those actions, beating an officer with a pole and attempting to gouge his eyes out. This man ain't fit to be on the streets and was not even fit to be an officer. Now, if he was willing to do this to a white officer that looked just like him, can you imagine what his arrest records look like? They need to review all of his cases. You can't tell me this demon didn't mistreat those he arrested and made false accusations against, because damn near all of them do that. So, the lawyer for Thomas Webster, 54, a 20-year ex-NYPD veteran, who once was assigned to guard the City Hall and Gracie Mansion, is a client of being detained in a dormitory setting, according to the Washington Post reporter Rachel Weiner. For a middle-aged man who's sick, never been arrested before, this has been a shock for him, his lawyer said, according to Weiner. I don't care. It's a shock to our people when you put them in jail. Okay, it's a shock to them. Good. You need to get a dose of your own medicine. See, y'all want to laugh and make fun of Black people being in jail. And now you're sitting in with those same people that you detest. Now you have no choice but to sit there and look at them, and you can't get out of it. Welcome to our world. Okay? I don't feel not 1 ounce of sorrow for this person. Webster record as one of New York finest, you need to rename it to New York terrorists, is sparkling, which is how he ended up with the lofty assignment of protecting the mayor, the attorney said, Weiner said in a tweet. He's not in D.C., where riot detainees are in a separate wing, causing friction on both sides. Like other arrested elsewhere, he has been moved around the country on the way to D.C., she added. If he won't be released, he wants to be moved back to a jail in upstate New York. Isn't it amazing how they want to pick where they want to go? Do they ever ask Black defendants, well, what prison do you want to go in? Never. You get tossed in the worst of the worst. But you see what they're requesting? You had one woman want her trial in Texas. She don't trust a DC jury. Well, shoot, we don't trust all white juries. Okay? We don't trust them. And then you had, I need to go on my vacation to Mexico. I need to go on my vacation. Now, well, you put me in a prison in upstate New York. We never get to pick and choose. So I don't know why you would have to pick and choose. But, the whole system is rigged to get you folks off of everything anyway. So that's the way it is. So Webster, who retired from the NYPD in 2011, turned himself into the FBI in Hudson Valley in February and made an initial appearance in White Plains federal court. As the hearing, Assistant U.S. Attorney Ben Gianforte said Webster was captured on video beating a Metropolitan Police officer with a flagpole during the uprising at the U.S. Capitol. Webster, who was seething with rage, was calling the officer an effing piece of S. And commie MFer, the prosecutor said. The video shocked the conscious, Gianforte said, alleging that Webster went after the cop like a junkyard dog, teeth clenched and fists clenched. Newsweek reported Judge Andrew Krause ordered the officer to remain behind bars pending his trial, saying he believed Webster would pose a threat to the community if he was released. His defense attorney argued the veteran voluntarily turned over his weapons before his arrest and said he traveled to the Capitol that day to participate in a Trump rally. Yeah, but you beat a cop and then you proceeded to try to gouge his eyes out. I would say you are a major danger, and you probably was a huge one even when you were a cop. 5 people, including a Capitol police officer, were killed on January 6th when throngs of President Donald Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol in an effort to overturn the 2020 presidential election, as if that was going to be possible to do. Yeah, and you see who's in office, right? So your plan failed. It failed. During his years in the department, Webster was assigned to uniform detail that protect both the city hall and the mayor's residence at Gracie Mansion, the police source said. Webster faces a slew of charges for his role in the riot, including assaulting, resisting, and impeding officers with a deadly or dangerous weapon, according to court papers. This man is an animal. And like I said, these are the ones they like and favor, the ones that will attack and go buck wild when they capture one of us and be trigger happy to shoot us. I wonder how many people he shot during his career, how many physical complaints were placed on this dude. I wonder. I think all of his cases need to be reviewed. If you're willing to beat up on a cop and your ass is a former cop, and you beat him with a flagpole and then proceed to try to gouge his eyes out. No, every case this man was on needs to be heavily investigated. Who did he arrest? Is there a webcam on it? Did he beat up people? Did he shoot people? I would be curious. But y'all, here's another insurrectionist begging and pleading to get out of prison because he's in there with people from the inner city. Wah, wah. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.